Back with you on SportsCenter. Yesterday made 9 days till the NFL season opener, but transactions already in full gear. Bengals D-end Trey Hendrickson got a bump in pay up to $30 million this season to end his hold-in. He's still scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent after this season. Last year's sack leader hadn't participated in any offseason workouts before Monday.
Another hold-in ended as the Commanders and wideout Terry McLaurin agreed to a 3-year extension worth $96 million. He gets a $30 million signing bonus. Show me the money. McLaurin and the Commanders take on the Giants in their season opener.
An ankle injury will keep Texans running back Joe Mixon out for at least the first 4 games. Last year's AFC South winners will not activate Mixon from the non-football injury list before today's 4 p.m. deadline. Houston did add Nick Chubb in the offseason.
I regret not drafting Nick Chubb in fantasy, by the way. Maybe I'll pick up Amari Cooper because he's agreed to a 1-year deal to return to the Raiders just a day after wide receiver Jacoby Myers requested a trade from the Raiders after not agreeing to a contract extension. Vegas also traded for Browns QB Kenny Pickett, a move our Mike Tannenbaum called. Our GM dropping the mic with that prediction. Mike T joined us now with the mic check. 9 days until the NFL season begins, and you're already in regular season form, brother, which we love. So time to get you back in the kitchen and cook up more for us. Tell us the 4 biggest questions you have before kickoff.
Good morning, Scooby. All right, number 1, can the Dallas Cowboys overcome their early schedule with or without Micah Parsons? Obviously, it's the most notable holdout that's still going on. And even if he was available to play the Philadelphia Eagles, Scooby, the question is going to be what kind of conditioning is. So in their first 4 games, they got 2 division games. Philadelphia is most notable, but they also have the Green Bay Packers, Chicago Bears. I think they're going to miss Micah Parsons even if he's there because he won't be full speed. Second question, Jackson Dart, how soon does he start? If it was up to me, Scooby, it would have been 3 months ago. He has outplayed Russell Wilson. He is the best quarterback on the New York Giants. Every game he doesn't start is, to me, not giving them the best chance to win. He has played with energy. He's played with enthusiasm, knows what to do. I think he should start. Okay, next question. Can C.J. Stroud overcome at least 4 new starters on the offensive line and the loss of Joe Mixon yesterday? We saw a great rookie season by Stroud. He took a step back last year because of protection issues. When you have 4 new starters, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be better. Can Nick Chubb step in for Joe Mixon? We will see. And then lastly, the Washington Commanders, can they overtake the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC East? I say yes, they can. Terry McLaurin we're looking at here. He got back in the fold yesterday. They added Deebo Samuel, Laramie Tunsil, drafted Josh Connolly in the first round. Jaden Daniels was sacked 47 times. That'll be better this year. I think they're going to be the best team in the NFC East this year.
Yeah, the last team to win consecutive NFC East titles were the Eagles from 2001 to 2004. So I get your point. So if anything tells us the Eagles are low-key built for it, but it won't be easy with those Commanders and Jaden Daniels in the way. They were basically an under-the-radar team last year that made it all the way that far in the playoffs. So with that said, what's an under-the-radar storyline that you have your eyes on for this season?
Cam Warner, the Tennessee Titans. Scooby, it's remarkable. Here's the first pick in the draft, and he's actually under the radar. I actually think by the end of the season, this team could make the playoffs, possibly win the division, and I think he'll be the best quarterback in the AFC South. He doesn't turn the ball over. He makes great decisions. They have 2 good veterans in Tyler Lockett and Calvin Ridley. Makes great decisions with the ball, great arm. I think he's going to have a tremendous rookie season.
Yeah, we're going to find out straight out the gate. Ward and the Titans will get an early test in Week 1 facing last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain, and those Broncos on the road. Enjoy that high altitude. Mike, we appreciate you, brother. Season, I want you to say it with me now. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Say it louder now.
Show me the money!
Yes, that's what Trey Hendrickson had to tell the Bengals
Cruise there
to get him on the field. So yesterday, he got a bump and pay to $30 million this season to end his hold-in. Hendrickson is still scheduled to be an unrestricted free agent after the season. He had not participated in any offseason workouts prior to Monday. Now say it again with me, Phil. Show me the money.
Show me the money.
Say it louder.
Show me the money!
That's what Terry McLaurin also said. The Commanders gave in. His hold-in ends the hold-in. He gets a $30 million signing bonus as him and Washington agreed to a 3-year extension worth $96 million. McLaurin and the Commanders take on the Giants in their preseason opener. Now, When McLaurin and Jaden Daniels get together, it truly is scary hours because Scary Terry and Daniels connected on 12 touchdowns against 1 interception last year compared to 7 touchdowns and 4 penalties.
Would not let anybody touch his hair except for his best.
All right, we told you earlier that Trey Hendrickson and Terry McLaurin got paid to end their hold-ins. However, the wait continues for Micah Parsons, the linebacker, and the Cowboys have had no new talks on a contract extension, and he continues to hold in waiting for a new deal. Dak Prescott got himself a new deal hours before last season's opener, and he's not worried about Parsons for this year's opener.
Do you have any confidence that Micah will be on the field with you against the Eagles?
He won't be on the field with me.
With a team?
Oh, yeah. No, I've got confidence. I've told y'all that way back when. And I'm just going off of experience, honestly. No different than mine, so I've got confidence in that. Just hoping, which I know he is, he's ready to play.
Yeah, we certainly hope so, because the Cowboys will be on the road for 4 of their first 6 games of the season, starting with a trip to Philly to take on the defending champs. Now, according to ESPN Analytics, Dallas is only favored to win 3 of its first 6 games of the season, but is being given at least a 45% chance in every.
Prepared. If you played any games in the SEC, you're preparing yourself for this environment. And then, you know, we've got a number of guys that have been around. There's a lot of guys that we added to the roster that have been in these kinds of games as well. And that's the best preparation because it'll be a great atmosphere at Clemson.
Heather Dinich, Paul Feinbaum waking up with us. Good morning to both of you. Paul, that conversation with Coach Kelly was on your show. It was with you. Paul in or Paul out? Saturday is a must-win for Kelly and those Tigers.
I'm Paul out, and it's not that it isn't important. It's monumental, but he still has time later in the season to make up for a loss. And I think playing that game against Clemson gives them some wiggle room. They could always this to Heather, but I think they could probably afford one more loss than everybody else because only Texas has a tougher, perhaps, opening game. But in spite of all that, Kelly seemed pretty cool yesterday. I just hope he's back next week for his appearance.
HD, we'll turn to you then and find out, where does this week 1 game at Clemson rank amongst those LSU and Brian Kelly have to get to? Because we know they also go to Tuscaloosa, Norman, and Oxford.
Well, this might be the most difficult game on the whole schedule for them, even more so than going to Ole Miss, going to Bama, which our computers say are more difficult than this one. But the reason is because you know what you're getting in this trip to Clemson, and that's facing a veteran quarterback in Cade Klubnik, who has his top 3 receivers back, and a veteran defensive line that might be one of the best in the country. I talked to Dabo Sweeney yesterday about this, and he said we have got to get after their quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier. If we don't, we're probably not going to win this game. So when you look at LSU, Paul is absolutely right. They have the number 11 overall schedule strength in the country. There are opportunities to make up this loss if that were to happen. But this is huge because of the talent they're facing, and they could wind up be facing, ultimately, the ACC champ.
Winner gets to keep the Death Valley nickname as well. HD, Paul alluded to it. We also have a monumental top 3 game in Columbus. Number 1, Texas. Number 3, Ohio State. Heather, what are realistic expectations from Arch Manning game 1?